All righty. Then we have to get to what we did not talk about last week on this show because there was so much to talk about. We forgot to mention that Gunther beat up Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, choked Pat out because y'all talked that madcap shit about him losing to Jey Uso at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. So Gunther handled business. He was suspended indefinitely, all of a week or so, because Pat McAfee. Now, Pat, in the beginning, I feel like I'm going to the Bible. In the beginning, Pat McAfee was a very solid color commentator. He was entertaining, he was knowledgeable, he was funny. He wasn't getting on my goddamn nerves. And when he started to do college football for ESPN on the weekends, he would take a few months off and he'll come back and be completely oblivious about what the fuck is going on. And I felt like at that point he was starting to phone it in a bit, and he was starting to become Matt Stryker. And you're that guy that in the beginning you were great at your job, and then you became a caricature of who you are. So Pat McAfee said, "Well, let me dead these accusations of me being a shell of my former self, and let me stand up on this announce table and cut a fire ass promo about why I am a damn good friend and how I will leave this earth doing all that I could to make it better. And I ain't gonna be backing down to Gunther, who tried my friend Michael Cole." And I love Pat's fire. I loved his delivery. He reminded everybody that when he's on, he's great. When you got something meaningful to say, this guy's a great talker. We forget that man put on bangers in NXT during the early days of the pandemic against Adam Cole. This guy can go out there and put on the show when he wants to. So I'm glad he reminded me, oh, yes, you actually have a love for this, unlike someone I know in Logan Paul that can deliver great fire promos as himself, not being a tryhard and making me care about your match against Gunther at Backlash. Now, I did think the match was going to take place like a little bit later to kill off Pat as he goes to do his job on ESPN during the fall for college football. But I expect this match between Gunther and Pat to be great because we know Pat's going to sell and he's going to do amazing things if he's in shape to do it. And Gunther is going to do what he does best, and that is brutalize people. But sell job by Pat McAfee on the microphone, tremendous. It reminded me of why I liked him 5 years ago when he started this gig in WWE.
Yeah, this was real strong. I touched on it earlier. Gunther's one of the few heels being a heel, doing evil things, being a bully. Um, Michael Cole becoming a sympathetic guy, and Pat, standing up for him and cutting the promo. I don't think the match would be great, and I don't think it's supposed to be. I think Gunther is just gonna. I think it's going to be a brutal match. I think Pat's going to hit his spots, hit that jump to the top, hit the superplex, get some hope spots in, but I don't think it's going to be a back and forth flowing type match. I think Gunther is just genuinely going to brutalize him, and he's going to miss a post or something, and that's going to be when Pat gets a couple spots, might even maybe get an elbow drop through the table, but this will feel more like Brock and Cena than it will Roman Reigns and Brock.
Which version, dude? Because if we're talking about 2012, that shit was horrible.
Yeah. True that. Not the New Orleans version. More so the WrestleMania 30 or the WrestleMania 37 version, winner take all. Or you could do the SummerSlam Falls Count Anywhere with them lifting the ring up. We won't be getting anything special like that. We're definitely going to get more of the. This will be more of Brock Randy Orton from SummerSlam.
Which is not good either. Scott, that's not good either. The man got
But
a no. The man
that's the
got an honest to
brutality I'm
God.
expecting.
Listen, I don't need Gunther to get that man a real concussion.
Hey, you Pat about to take some time off. You and like you said, Pat loves this. Pat would be down for it, and Pat would probably and would love to sell it on his show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's going to catch that bow, but he's probably like because that's not Gunther's style anyway. But as far as just like manipulating joints or something like that, yeah, or breaking an arm, I definitely see Gunther doing something along that lines to like you said, take him out so he can go on his little hiatus.
Yes. So I envision Pat, when it's all said and done, wearing a full body cast on the Pat McAfee show. He will be bandaged up for months selling it. He'll be wearing a neck brace through the end of 2025 to sell the brutality of this match. I expect it to be very good. I think it will be one of the better PLE matches of the year. It will be competitive, but Gunther's going to kill that man in the clutch. So I'm looking forward to that. And great promo by Pat. You reminded people, hey, he can talk. Look at that. And he has something to talk about, which is even more important.